I had a doctor tell me years ago, your body is fearfully and wonderfully made. If your body put it there, your body can take it away. You have to give it the right tools. And that is just true. We don't always know what the right tools are, but we need to be looking for them.
Is that kind of your mission with this store that you have, is having the tools here that people can use to give their body that health that they need?
Yes, our goal, my goal, and my goal of my girls here is that anything that we can do to help somebody else is really what we want to do. And so we don't have all the answers. We're not doctors. We don't pretend to be doctors. We're not trying to take a doctor's place ever. But we have things that they could use that potentially could benefit them greatly if they took a turn in a direction that would help them.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
And I appreciate coming here because when I have dealt with little things, I'll swing by and I'll get a few different options of directions where I can go, and you have a lot of different interesting things to look at and a lot of great books and resources. And so it's
we try to educate our people.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Well, one of the things that you brought to my attention was colloidal silver. I was so impressed with it, I actually started making it and have it available on my website. You can get generators and things like that out there that make these, and I because I want to just take them all the time. I feel great when I take colloidal silver. You want to talk about colloidal silver?
Yes, I think colloidal silver is one of those things that would be called an unsung hero in our world today, although in times past the ancients used it. They used it during even the Civil War, I believe they used that. We have at our access now a product that will benefit us greatly because it is antibacterial, it's antifungal, that's all proven. It's not me just suggesting maybe it might be. It is. They've done all these tests with it. It's not FDA approved, and I'm not going to say that it's going to cure you of whatever, but I am going to say that it's a very, very good thing to take, especially in the winter when there's all these things, bacteria and viruses floating about. It's a very good thing to do.
Okay, it's anti-fungus, antibacterial, antivirus. Okay, that is something that we deal with internally, but it's also something we deal with externally. Now, when I started looking more into this and realized, oh, it's a cleaner. Well, I suppose, of course. Here's something I did. I have a kitchen floor, and every now and then, every couple of years, you really need to get on your hands and knees and wipe down the kitchen floor. Because especially if it's wood, because it collects, those things. And I have been meaning to do it. I've just been very busy. And so one time we had some sticky, we were making applesauce. We had some sticky applesauce on the floor. And the silver I was making, I grabbed it and I cleaned it off, and it came off very quickly. And then I went and I was so impressed. In the 3 or 4 minutes I had, I just went and sprayed the rest of my floor, and this gunk that I've been trying to get to on my hands and knees came right off easily.
Wow.
Yeah. And
okay,
I thought,
I didn't know that. That's amazing.
Yeah, you ought to go home and try it. And you have colloidal silver at your store and your disposal too.
Right.
And I was with my friend, and I thought, I actually was giving her one. I gave her one of these bottles, the red one. And I said, imagine if it's doing this to the outside on my floor, what's it doing to the inside of our body? Because it's just ionized water, I think. And so she took it home and she finished the bottle. I think she takes more than you and most people, because she knows I'll just make her some. But she experienced the same thing I was, which is complete, just the feeling that you're not carrying fungus and bacteria in your body, those things that kind of clog you, that make you move slowly. It seems to be such a non-issue right now.
It's a very simple no-brainer type thing to do, and I just do it on a regular basis myself every day.
Yeah, it's simple.
Yeah.
It's not FDA approved, but I want to read what I put on my Facebook page.
Okay, sure.
Which feel free to like me on Facebook, 11thhourpolitics.com, and newsandviewsoregon.com as well. And you have a Facebook page, don't you?
Yes, Parkway Health Foods has a Facebook page. I'm lax. I don't do it. I hired a gal to help me, and
Okay.
it got out of hand. So I just have it there, but
Okay.
I'm not really pretty much into
Okay.
it.
Well, you can like it
You
anyway.
can like
but,
me, yeah.
Yeah. So I want to just get what I got off the internet. It's not FDA approved, but it has been known to prevent flus and colds and is known to kill fungus, bacteria, and viruses. And then I put down, this is what I put down, my family will be taking it as a preventative if Ebola or other issues reach our state. I mean, it seems like just something that's hard to believe that something this simple would help with that. But here's what people have claimed their own testimonies. The list: ear infections, emphysema, bronchitis, fungal infections, Lyme disease, something I can't read, sinus infections, stomach ulcer, yeast infections, chronic fatigue syndrome, AIDS, tuberculosis, food poisoning, gum disease, digestion, preventative flu and colds, and other variety of conditions.
Right, the list goes on, and what I was reading is the ancient cultures of Egypt, Greece, Macedonia, Phoenicia, and Rome all relied on silver to keep them well. And 400 BC, Hippocrates, the father of medicine, taught that silver supports healing processes. And I will say that we have a colloidal silver gel that I have seen personally some amazing healing properties taking place. Colloidal silver is
The gel.
amazing.
You just put it on the outside
It's
of your
a
body.
gel, yeah, it's kind of thick.
Uh-huh.
And during the Middle Ages, upper-class Europeans used silver utensils and goblets, ensuring safety of their food and water. Silver lined the water vessels of the armies of the Tsar Alexander as he fought Napoleon. And in America's Old West, it was common practice to drop silver coins into drinking water barrels.
Wow.
So, and now they use it, NASA uses it in the water purification systems of the space shuttle and International Space Stations. Interesting.
Wow, for water.
So silver is amazing.
Yeah.
And
If you go camping and you wind up needing to drink out of the creek or something, it
Ooh.
would be a good additive to
Yes,
keep you from
for sure, because
getting
you
sick.
know there's all kinds of beaver
Yeah.
stuff. That's not a good thing to drink that water unless you have something to counter it.
purify it with. Yeah, I heard you can do it with bleach, but to me that sounds kind of something you don't
Chlorine's a
want. But
little caustic.
but this isn't. This is
Right.
just distilled water with
silver ions.
Yes, silver ions. That simple. So. Well, anyway, I think we're sold.
Yeah,
They
we're
do
sold
are
on colloidal silver.
Yeah. Anyway, you might want to check it out.
Check it out.
Yeah. So I guess the next thing we want to move on to, you have a lot of different things here. I guess to get to this table, we have mushroom tea.
Right, and actually we were just drinking some of this mushroom tea. It's quite nice, and it's green tea with the chanterelle mushrooms in it. And I'm actually going to be carrying this in the store. It's quite nice. It tastes good, and it's very nutritious. So it's one of those good immune boosting things. Green tea, of course, is antioxidant. Good product.
Yeah. I heard that green tea is good for weight loss.
Yes, actually, and we have supplements that are green tea supplements. It helps boost. Sometimes it helps boost your metabolism. Sometimes not everybody responds the same way.
Yeah.
But green tea is a very, very nourishing thing for your whole cardiovascular, everything
Yeah.
responds well to green tea.
And so I don't know why they don't have more mushroom teas out, but I think mushroom tea is a good idea because they're both kind of, let's say they come from the ground. They're both very healthy for you. And so mushrooms are excellent for you. Let's move on to mushrooms.
Yeah, mushrooms have a lot of antioxidant properties in them, and her mushrooms, actually I'm going to be carrying her powdered dry organic shiitake mushroom, which is a very nice thing. You can get your mushroom, actually this is cool, I can't wait. I want to try this in soups and
Yeah,
such.
yeah.
So that would be a good way to have that. Shiitake mushroom is in 2 products that we have that are a mushroom blend for immune boosting specifically and aggressively, I guess I would say. So mushrooms are kind of one of those products that not a lot of people really maybe know about.
I have some information here on the chanterelle. I'm sorry, we already talked about that, the shiitake.
Yes.
Is considered to have medicinal properties, and I got this from Wikipedia, so you can find all kinds of things. Shiitake is considered to have medicinal properties in some form of traditional medicines, accepted in many Asian cultures as a remedy for cancer, respiratory diseases, poor blood circulation, liver trouble, exhaustion and weakness, and prevent premature aging. Again, testimonial claims have not been conclusive by the FDA. This is a summary. There's a lot more that you can say about it.
Yes.
The maitake is regarded in Asian herbology to aid an immune system, such as AIDS, cancer, regulate blood pressure, glucose, insulin, and serum, and liver lipids, and helpful for weight loss. Testimonial claims have not been conclusive by the FDA.
Right. The FDA is not going to do research on these kinds of things, but we can realize something. The ancient Chinese and Japanese used mushrooms a lot, and they have been way ahead of the scale, I'm going to say a lot, on caring for their people through herbs and mushrooms. I would consider almost an herb, although it's not an herb, but it's like an herb.
Yeah.
In that it has so many healing properties.
Yeah. And one of the things we can tell how things work, if it's not, studied by the FDA, is simply testimonies.
Right.
And we do mushrooms, if you haven't picked up on that, my husband. And so, and I'm really proud of that because of the health benefits and how I'm able to help other people. And we had some friends that had cancer, and I don't know where when you have cancer and then you're recovering, and I think there's several months where you have to go back for tests just until they give you a clean bill of health. So I think right now he's in that process, but we'll probably get his testimony and put it up on our website. But at any rate, he wasn't going to live, and he has children, and that was very sad to see him go and leave his children and his wonderful wife. And we started giving them all the mushrooms that they could eat, and I understand he was eating them 3 times a day, to the point he was actually sick of them, even though I think he liked mushrooms, for quite a while. I think he still does, but, so I think they started putting it in this form, in the tea form, and a lot of creative ways to give it to him. And he's clear of it. And I think he did do the chemotherapy, but it wasn't, he was still, that was only going to maybe extend his life a little bit, if I got the story right. But they absolutely, and I believe the doctor does too, they account the healing because of the shiitake.
Wow.
And so, and I have the same kind of story with my dog, but the dog is less important than a human being that's a father of several kids.
Children,
so,
yes.
Yes.
Well, we know that there are healing properties in lots of different things, and so that's a blessing.
Yeah. Yep.
Big blessing.
So, other things at the store you carry, I have a few other things I can go through, but what...
well, it's fun to
anything you wanna
talk about apple cider vinegar simply because the apple cider vinegar is one of those products that's been around your grandmother and great-grandmother. They made it, for heaven's sakes. They made this stuff and used it faithfully. And if you read Bragg's book on apple cider vinegar, and there's 2 other ones out there as well on apple cider vinegar, this product alone is amazing for building your constitution, for energy, for people. A lot of times if people come in here with arthritis, the first thing I'll say before you start taking any kind of pill, try drinking 3 cups of apple cider vinegar, 3 cups of water with 2 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar in it 3 times a day. So that's a cup of water with 2 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar 3 times a day. And see how you feel. And I've had customers come back and go, oh my word, I can't believe it. It's very high in minerals. And your body needs minerals, especially potassium and magnesium. The other thing people lots of times will take this for is if they have acid reflux. Not always, but people who have acid reflux a lot of time will take this, like a teaspoon of it in 2 ounces of water before they eat dinner. It's all taken care of.
There aren't too many outlets where you can hear in-depth spiritual issues alongside conservative politics, where we can make a difference to those around us and our country. It's brought to you at a cost that's worthwhile, yet I'd like to do more. On 11thhourpolitics.com, you can buy books and videos that will advance this cause. There's delicious chanterelle tea containing vitamin D, proven to dispel depression. We have an art gallery and options to produce your own commercial or have us do it for you, along with other projects. It's only through a co-op that things get accomplished. I hope you will join me in this mission.